Hi, humans. Here's the real secret to how I walked away from my 30-year-old boyfriend when I was only 18 years old. And the secret is, I had to leave when I was ready to leave. There was no magical moment. There was no 10-step plan on how to leave a relationship at 18 years old. And no amount of advice from the people around me could make me leave before I was ready to leave. I had to walk through that relationship all by myself and to take accountability for the fact that I chose to enter that relationship all on my own, even though the red flags were waving since day one. He literally told me, even before we started dating and made our relationship official, that he picked me because I was the youngest out of all the women he could have chose. And back then, that made me feel special. That made me feel like I was mature and I mattered and that I was ahead somehow in life because I snagged a 30-year-old man at only 18. That was something to be proud of. But the red flags kept stacking up quietly, not in loud, obvious ways. It was the stuff in between the lines that I ignored, like the fact that he lived with his parents at 30 years old, or how he chose me over spending time with his kids when I was there on the weekends, or how he continuously fed into my unhealthy habits, like sneaking me into bars and clubs when I was only 18 years old so that we could get wasted. Looking back now, if I had to relive it, I probably would, because the truth is, I left exactly when I was ready to leave. And the readiness doesn't come from someone else telling you to do better. It comes down to you finally facing yourself. So if you are looking back at a relationship that you think you should have left sooner, I would encourage you to give yourself some grace and compassion. Because honestly, back then you couldn't have probably left sooner because you weren't ready. Because looking backward will only eat you alive. Moving forward is where your healing actually begins. Now don't forget to smell a pint, blow the dandelions,